what was your career path?
Sure.
how did you
Well,
end up getting to the point of saying, "Hey, my next move is going to be I'm going to go get licensed and be a real estate agent."
yeah, that's a interesting story. For me, I was in college and was a gypsy in college. I would go to whatever college sounded good at the time. Like, oh, we hated weather in Ohio. Let's move to California. And so I went to started college in high school, and then I went to California. Then I went to New Hampshire, and then I did an internship in Colorado, and then I was in Yellow Springs, and then I was in Michigan, and then I was in Ohio for the start and the finish. And my degree was in psychology. I was sure that I should talk to people about, their lives, and I was a good listener, and like especially, and I'm kind of a nutrition freak as well. So like I'm a health nut, I guess. So I talk a lot about my obsession is about food and how it affects your mental health.
Hmm.
And so I thought for sure I would go into nutrition or psychology of nutrition. And right out of college, I got a job working in nutraceuticals, which are vitamins. And I sold them on the phone. I was a salesperson. And I learned everything. I worked for a great company. They were owned by Whole Foods eventually. And I learned everything about nutrition. And then I moved from that company went under because it was during the dot-com era, and I guess 2006, I don't know, something like that. Then nope, that's not when. It was way earlier. I always think I'm so much younger than I am. So I went to become a loan officer, and I worked at Beneficial Finance, which is the worst place because they make the worst subprime loans. And I was like charging on first mortgages like 16% when the actual rate was 6%. And I had no idea. I was just like, well, tell me what to do and I'll go sell it. And I sold loans, and I did
Yeah.
change people's lives in positive ways. Um, and I worked for like 8 years as a loan officer. So I know everything about finance, even though it wasn't my favorite thing to do, because what I realized is I needed to be in front of people and perform. So I became a realtor when my second baby was born. So I had one at two, I had a 2 year old and I had a 0 year old. And I went out and got my real estate license. And for the first couple of years, I had a baby on my arm. And I did real estate for my friends and family. And it was just like the perfect mom job. Um, and then I kind of as the kids got older, went to preschool, I started working at a home builder. So now I'm back in home building. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
That home builder is now a custom home builder, Maplecraft Custom Homes. Gary
Yeah.
Dunn.
Yeah.
He's related to Steve Dunn, who owns Westport, or now D.R. Horton and all that.
Hmm.
So I learned everything I could about custom building. And then I worked for a property manager, and I managed 100 plus single family homes, and I managed the REO business.
Yeah.
And I learned everything about rehabs, and I learned everything about property management. And I loved that. I loved like just like always being busy. And I'm the kind of person who, if I can't solve a problem, I just do it myself. I know how to do electrical. I know how to do plumbing. I've tried everything. So I think it's kind of like working in any business. You have to try every part of it to really understand for your clients. And then I've done residential real estate mainly. And then when I moved to Florida, the first time I did commercial real estate.
Yeah.
And then
It's probably way different down there then.
well, it was too, I didn't want to do residential. I wanted to do something different. Um, it's such a, it's such a different beast in Florida, as you
Yeah.
know. And I was just kind of like, I got to learn something new. My need and my lifelong strength is I'm a learner. I'm obsessed with knowledge. I'm obsessed with, um, bettering myself. That's why I became a broker during COVID. I became a broker in Ohio. And then when I got my license back in Florida, I let the first one lapse. But when I got it again, I became a broker. I went straight for the broker's license. Um, and So I guess that answered the question of what has been my real estate career. I think when I talk to new agents, because I'm also a mentor at EXP, the one thing I tell people is don't concentrate in life on like what career you have, but focus on the things about the career that you love.
Mm,
Like I love selling houses, and personally, like I love getting inside and like finding out everything I can about homes. I love the transaction. I love the magic that happens when someone finds their dream home or their first home. But really, I love the relationship that I make with the people that I help
yeah,
everywhere I go. And so that's what I focus on every
yeah,
single time. Hmm.
yeah. I think, that's key there, and that's why I love having people on here that come from
Hmm.
different walks of life. They have different
Hmm.
journeys. We've all built our business a little bit differently. We all have different areas of the business that we really enjoy,
Hmm.
and that's what this is about, because I believe our failure rate, one of my big main goals, my North Star, right,
Hmm.
is to change the failure rate of our industry, right? Like, why
Yeah.
does it need to be 87% by the end of year two, right? I don't
Yeah.
believe it needs to be that way. I believe
Hmm.
real estate is simple but hard, right? I mean,
Hmm.
I think the simplicity of it is, our job is to have conversations and create opportunities every single day about real estate. Doesn't matter how it
Yeah.
happens. It could be on a plane, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Um, but the hard part is finding the passion in the way that you want to go and do it and showing up consistently.
Oh, yeah.